trying to get my scorches in on this thing. Hopefully we skipped the... Okay, we body pulled more. This time at least it wasn't me. Haha, yay. I have the AoE shield. I'm going to try and use the AoE shield to help out. I'm going to freeze this. I'm going to use a invisibility here for the defensive. I don't have a shield available to help myself survive this. I'm casting Living Bomb because I've changed my keybinds. I've changed the place of these two. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a couple of keepers that were up to no good, started making trouble in my thicket. If I had tried to cast my hard cast Pyroblast into it, I would have wasted the entire cast because I wouldn't have gotten it off. And you know me, I'm just trying to get off. What? Use the AoE shield here, and then I'm going to hard cast my Pyroblast. Use one of my Fire Blasts here. Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Jason, and you're watching me pug my way to 3k rating on a Fire Mage in Dragonflight Season 3. We now have our first weekly reset with Ivarim. I think it was the first weekly reset. Well, at least the first weekly reset since I've started doing M+ dungeons. We had a full set of all 15s, so we're going to be getting some 480 gear, I think. No, 476 gear, I think. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. And I also managed to squeeze in 6 boss kills on Heroic Emergersil. Like I did that basically last night before I went to sleep, right before the reset, because I play on EU, so the reset is on Wednesdays. Let's go open up the vault, and then we'll see what other things I got from the Heroic raid and from just farming dungeons. I'm actually really excited to see what we get. I'm hoping we get something that we could actually utilize. It's gonna suck if I get a hero piece that I already got or something like that, but let's see. Ooh, we get the hero tier Balefire branch. We're currently using that because I got that during one of my runs. We also have a hero tier main hand weapon, but we are going to use a crafted weapon, so I don't really need that. We also have a hero tier back versus my champion back. Okay, crit versatility, not bad. And a champion tier helmet that I really just don't need. We got hero tier bracers. We have crafted embellished bracers. We're not going to use those. And another bracer. So basically it's a trinket upgrade. Either a trinket upgrade from champion to hero or a socket. Now I think that the trinket upgrade might be the best bet here, although I can just get that from 17s, right? I can't get a socket from 17s. Oh, decisions. Because the Balefire branch is basically the best in slot option from M+ dungeons. I'm not going to be doing a lot of raiding, so I can't really expect to get other things from the raid. Maybe I could get a champion tier trinket from Tindril. That would actually be the best in slot option, so Augury plus the Tindril trinket, but I think we're going to go with the Balefire branch. But since I said I can actually get the Balefire branch from just farming 17s or higher, I think I'm actually going to go with a socket because we have a lot of crafted gear. We have a crafted wrist, we have a crafted belt. Both of them are embellished, both of them we're going to keep on. So yeah, I'm just going to go for this. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I can get this stuff by just doing and playing, like just doing M+. So I'm just going to grab this because I can't get that from M+. We're going to immediately buy ourselves a Nature's Cradle, and we're going to slap this onto our, I guess our belt. We have, yes, indeed, crafted a embellished belt and embellished wrists. We crafted a whole bunch of things, basically. I used up all of my sparks, and I grinded a bunch. Now that we're talking about it, I may as well show you what exactly I was doing. Let me get into a cool spot to record that from. Okay, so let's open up Narcissus. That is the name of this add-on. Why is my character so angry? Okay, she's not angry anymore. Okay, so what did I get? From the Heroic raid, I got a hero tier helmet, which I decided to tierify, and I got hero tier shoulders, which I decided to keep as just hero tier shoulders. I have crafted myself a neck piece in order to have more control over my stat distribution, so it's crit haste. I've crafted myself bracers because I just like having bracers crafted, because then I can always guarantee that if I put a socket on them, I get to keep that socket. I don't have to worry about it, and it's a good spot to craft because you don't get tier set from it, so it's just nice to slap these bad boys on. And we have it embellished with the Shadow Flame patch thing, tempered Shadow Flame armor patch or something like that. I forget what it's called, but basically it just puts a dot on the enemy, and it stacks with the belt that I've also crafted and put a shadowed belt clasp on, because once you have a crafted belt, you're probably going to keep that thing on, especially if it's embellished. So I decided to put the shadow belt clasp on it. I think it cost me something like 6,500 gold. It adds a chunk of stamina that might just save our life at some point. I have to fill that socket before I forget. It is also embellished with the Shadow Flame armor patch. Now I do have the weapon crafted. I had that from way before, and I also crafted an offhand just because I wasn't sure if I was going to get an offhand, a good one, and I also wanted to have control over the stats again. Crit mastery just feels pretty good. Nothing new in the glove slot, nothing new in the pants slot, which is disappointing because we're still rocking veteran pants. We're hoping that I can replace those with hero pants. That would be a good chunk of intellect that I can increase, and a higher potential item level, obviously. We're still rocking these champ boots that I got in a raid from the first normal raid that I did, like way back when, probably near the beginning of the the M Plus series or M Plus part of the series. We're still rocking the 463 crafted rings. I haven't recrafted them yet with the whatchamacallit worm crusts, but I don't think I'll be sticking to worm crust for much longer, so I might not recraft them until I have aspect crusts available. And of course the balefire branch, I did mention already, I got that in one of the 15s that I've run. Speaking of running 15s, that's what I did over the weekend. I just managed to complete everything on a plus 15. Not all of them were 3 stars, some of them were 1 stars like this Throne of the Tide, so it only gave 204 rating. Some of them were 3 stars like this Galakrond's Fall, which I got to 210 rating from. At total, we have 32 runs done, so yes, I've been grinding quite a bit just to get some practice in on the mage because I'm still kind of struggling. And we have a Mythic Plus rating of 1662. So we're doing quite well, actually. For our first week, we managed to get everything done on 15. I think the goal for this episode is to push up to and do a 18 key, and then we can farm 18s while I'm not recording, probably tomorrow before I start recording for the Thursday, or sorry, no, for the Saturday episode. So the way I record, by the way, is on Wednesday I record for the Thursday episode, on Friday I record for the Saturday episode, and on Sunday and or Monday I record and edit the Tuesday episode. I record and edit the same day, so basically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I work from 9 a.m. to probably past midnight just to get these videos out, because I say I work the entire day because I do also have my day job. Anyway, still no enchant on the legs because they're veteran tier and I don't want to spend the gold. Not that I don't have it, I just don't want to because I'm allowed to send myself gold. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the enchant on, and then I'm gonna put the reverse jinx it. I'm gonna put the enchant on so that I do get hero tier legs. That's right. We're gonna go buy and put an enchant on just because of that. Anyway, that's the current state of my character. It is time to push up my key. What key did I even get? I got a Throne of the Tides 15. I guess we just start things with Throne of the Tides 15 every time. Since you've already seen me do 15s, I'm just going to push up this key as much as I can, and then I'll start recording when I'm doing the whatever key I get after this. Okay, so we just finished the Throne of the Tides 15. What do we get? We got a 16 Darkheart Thicket because the group was a little bit slow. Probably doesn't help that my DPS is not substantial, even with a evoker. There were quite a few times where I had SKB up right at the end of a pull. That really sucked. Let's take a look at our uptime on the Combustion. 33%. So we're still roughly at the same spot with the Combustion uptime. I think that would improve if there wasn't like 2 or 3 pulls where, well, 2 or 3 pulls probably wouldn't have made a big difference. But still, there were multiple pulls where at the end of the pull, I'm walking away with all the mobs dead and I have Combustion running. Our tank overdid it in a couple of pulls, so we had quite a few deaths. That didn't help with the timer either. But we did time it. I think we were close to, hold on, let me see. 6 minutes, 31 seconds left. I would assume that's close to having it as a 2-star. I don't know. At any rate, that got us a good chunk of rating as well. 71 more rating. Not bad. You're now going to go ahead and do the 16 Darkheart Thicket. And this one I will actually commentate because it is a new key level that I haven't cleared before. All right, getting started with a Darkheart Thicket 16. It took forever to form this group. That was really annoying, actually. No tanks wanted to queue up. Now we're hoping that we can actually get this done. Tank is doing a very conservative pull, at least so far. Okay. Is he going to grab the bear? It doesn't look like he's going to grab the bear. Let's just get started, I guess. I'm going to do my double lust. Got a bit lost in the sauce there for a second. I'm going to... Well, I guess we don't have a way to cleanse poisons right now, so that might be a bit of an issue later on, but we'll figure it out. I'll freeze all these. There's no reasons to fight them. I guess we're just going to fight all of these. There we go. Tank took aggro. I don't want to pad on the little guys. Like, it doesn't do anything for me to have high numbers at the end of the dungeon. I want to just clear the dungeon. Maybe I'm throwing a bit of shade here at our mage friend. I'm going to use my echoes, or what? My ice flows, and I'm going to use my, what the heck is that thing called? Jesus, my brain just does not want to cooperate. And with the double pyroblast, that took him out. See, now I have a bunch of this that I'm just not utilizing at all. There, I managed to get 1 crit out of that entire SKB proc, which feels really, really bad. I'm gonna knock this guy so I keep him moving. Meteor into Combustion and just try to use all my stuff here. I guess I'm gonna go for the Ruiner. These guys have more of my stuff available. I just pulled that shit. Okay, why are we fighting here is what I want to know. I'm gonna use the defensive and a shield. I'm gonna use an AoE shield. Looking for interrupts on this thing. I have CC available here in a second. This is such a cluster cluck of a pull. This is really bad. Probably because I body pulled. Okay, tank is being cleansed. He's trying to reposition so he can block everything. That makes sense to me. Having a bit of trouble here. Team comp not really the best that I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to freeze everything over there. I'm going to hard cast my SKB. Never mind, that thing died. Hard casting SKB at a sturdier target. Gonna get my crit out with the fire blast so I can immediately pyroblast afterwards. Messy, but we're like recovering a little bit. This was completely my bad. Like, I just screw the group, and if people start leaving, I'm gonna be upset because I messed it up, not because they're leaving, but because I messed it up. We're trying to kill that grizzly. I'm going to freeze these guys just so I don't have to worry about them, and the grizzly is dead. That was rough. Sorry about that. Also, no, I'm not party lead because tank's party lead. Well, we're good on percent now. I don't know if we can skip. I don't think we can skip the 2 bears unless people have invis pots. I can invis past it. Are we gonna pull that group? Are we not gonna pull that group? Okay, we are pulling that group. I'm going to hard cast a pyroblast while the tank gets some aggro. I'm going to use my shield here to make it easier to heal my ass up. I'm going to use the AoE shield here. I don't have the AoE shield available. I'm just going to use my clones. Hopefully they distract one of these guys and make them attack it. Healer should really try and heal me up to full so that I don't bleed out. There we go. We did manage to get healed up to full, so that's good. I'm just trying not to body pull anymore. I was very scared there for a second. Very flustered right now because I haven't commentated in a day in something, or 2 days, I think, actually. So I'm a little bit out of sorts with the commentary, trying to get my scorches in on this thing. Hopefully we skipped the... Okay, we body pulled more. This time, at least, it wasn't me. Haha, yay. I have the AoE shield. I'm going to try and use the AoE shield to help out. I'm going to freeze this. I don't have my clones available just now. But okay, I'm gonna have to focus here just so I can actually get my crits out and everything. I'm not doing great. I shouldn't use this combustion because it'll just kill the SKB that I have going. Now I can use combustion. Maybe I should have saved combustion because this group is basically dead. I am very lucky that my group is extremely competent because I clearly am not. Also, I did kind of invite that mage literally just to see how much better other mages are than I am because I feel like they're quite a lot better. I'm just going to very quickly go over here to trigger this RP. I'm going to use alter time, and then I'll reactivate the alter time later on when I lose a bunch of health. I'm going to activate my shifting power and try and get some value out of it. I guess I activated my alter time way too soon because I didn't even get hit by a single one of those, and I healed nothing with it when I could have healed quite a bit with it. This is my first time actually using alter time in the series, so that's something, I guess. We'll try to get a scorch in there. I did manage to get it. Oh man, I'm really struggling this run, I gotta admit. I'm really not doing well. I'm going to freeze these guys so people don't have to worry about them. Trying to finish off that grizzly before we get another roar. He did just roar, so I think I'm good. Okay, I'm going to literally cancel my hot streak just so I can hard cast this and not waste any more hot streaks. I just killed my SKB by... I'm doing very poorly. I apologize. This is like really bad. This is a really bad start to the to the episode, basically. Okay, let's focus up. Hard casting now. I'm going to use this just so I can actually... Oh my goodness. I can use my double lust. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up and focus. Sort of regained control of my faculties. That was a complete and utter mess from literally the start of the dungeon to just now. It was a complete and utter mess. I'm starting to pull back the DPS and starting to do some actual DPS here, so that's good. I was just so flustered because of that body pull that I did. I just felt really bad about it, and then I just kept like my brain just focused on that the entire time. So again, it's important to reset your mental when you see that you're struggling. And I sure as heck am struggling right now. I'm just gonna use my absorb here while I have the poison on me to try and mitigate some of that damage. I'm going to switch the Scorch because this thing was about to drop below 30%. Can this thing get the heck off of me? Thank you and goodbye. Okay, so we have the Keeper here. We're going to blast them with a pyroblast, spread that ignite from the pyroblast, and we have a combustion available here in a second. We're going to use that combustion here after getting a guaranteed crit. No reason to waste that. Okay, we have our hard cast available yet again. Once it hits, oh, I wanted to spread my ignite again, but after it hit, but I wasn't able to do so. I'm going to use the AoE shield because I have it available. I'm going to use a defensive here. I'm going to use my own shield because the AoE shield is already gone. Because I stood in something. Did I stand in something? I did stand in something. I'm going to blink forward. I'm terrified right now. I wasted some crits there because I wanted to spread my Ignite. This Dryad free casting at us, not doing us any favors. I'm taking a lot of damage here constantly. I don't know if this is a healing issue or a me standing in shit issue, but I'm pretty sure I keep standing in shit. So I'm not going to criticize the healer over anything. Okay, slowly filling up the health bars here. I'm going to freeze these guys in place. Maybe I was just getting hit by a bunch of these. I keep ignoring the volcanic. I am, as you can tell, a melee player. So volcanic is not something I've ever had to worry about, really. I get hit by it like once or twice in a dungeon and that's it. Are we going to pull this or not? Okay, we're waiting for our healer who died. I'm going to use a invisibility here for the defensive. I don't have a shield available to help myself survive this. I'm casting Living Bomb because I've changed my keybinds. I've changed the place of these two. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a couple of keepers that were up to no good, started making trouble in my thicket. I'm gonna shifting power to get my stacks back, try and get some hard casts through. I need to blink out. Oh, I blinked, but I was like blinking in place apparently because I didn't realize that the thing was dropping on top of my head. I need to get closer to the edge here. Did I just hard cast a pyroblast like a dumbass? I'm pretty sure I just hard cast a pyroblast like a dumbass. I'm really good at doing that. Healer's dead. It's unfortunate. He's probably too busy healing my dumbass to keep himself alive. This is challenging. I don't want to use a combustion on a couple of blossoms. Okay, there's another shade. I'm just gonna freeze him again. Sweet baby Jesus. I'm gonna combustion these. Maybe I should have saved it for the next one. I don't know. I just want to keep using combustion on cooldown, because later on it'll be worth it, I guess. I don't know. This does feel stupid, like using combustion before one of the harder pulls in the run. For some reason, we are deciding to pull these blossoms into an already hectic fight, but that's okay. I guess we don't want too much downtime. I do have plenty of stops available, so I'm going to be able to prevent quite a few casts here. I'm going to shifting power before I use my thingy thing. So I can get my stacks back. I'm going to freeze this in place. I'm feared. I can't even use my shield. I've used my shield. I couldn't get away from the shade in time. I'm going to release. We don't even have a CR. This is a shit team comp. Like, this looks really bad, actually. We have no poison cleanse in DHT. We have no combat res, so this is looking pretty rough so far. Definitely not going to be a 3-star. I'm hoping against hope that we do get a 2-star, because then I can just go do an 18. Group is still fighting the Tormentors, Nightmare Dwellers, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to kick this one over here. I'm going to, okay, I didn't have to do anything for that. Rebuff, start just blasting. I'm going to combustion this. I don't even care. I'm going to CC everything. I have my knockback available for this one. We're going to use it. Okay, we managed to get through that. I did go down, but I'm fine with me going down. I'd rather I go down than someone useful. Okay, we're going straight for the boss here. We have double lust going through. I'm going to shifting power here, spam my fire blast while I'm doing that. What I can do here to help is activate one of the roots and then blink, because what that'll do is it'll get rid of it when he reactivates them or uproots them or whatever. It's one small contribution I can have towards this boss fight not sucking ass as much. Saplings coming through. I'm going to use AoE shield here because we got the saplings off like on the loose. Okay, I can get into another thorn and then blink out. It doesn't do that much damage. I'm scorching. He's close to... Okay, I'm just going to combust here. Of course I'm going to combust right when I get my SKB. Could have just waited for one more proc of it, but that's okay. We'll just hard cast during combustion. It's fine. I can blink another one of these roots again. I'm going to use a defensive here so when he throws it at me, I don't get hurt as much. I'm hard casting my pyroblast. I just want him to die at this point. There we go. Okay, that wasn't so bad. The other mage absolutely thrashing me on the DPS front. Nope. I was trying to say nope. I said eel. So that's, you know, a thing. This is going to hurt. I'm going to use my shield here. I'm going to use a defensive. We're in the dome, so I'm good. I'm going to hard cast pyroblast at this. I guess I'm not, because that got interrupted. I got lucky with my scorch crit here. I'm going to drop a meteor on top of it. I'm just going to cast this because I'm like trying to recover my brain cells at the moment, not from the tank doing something wrong or anything like that. Literally, I cannot think right now. Like, I'm just trying to commentate, and that's causing me a lot of trouble, and I don't like it, but what can I do? I'm wasting combustion by waiting for these. I'm going to just knock them all. Okay, they got knocked back by the other mage. The other mage has the talent that makes it much more forceful, apparently. I'm going to pre-shield here. I'm going to summon Danny. That's why I'm struggling. I don't have the power of Danny with me. Okay, we have a meteor here. I'm going to use AoE shield for the group, honestly, because I don't like where this is going. I'm going to CC everything. The mage is struggling. I think he ripped aggro with his flame strikes. Okay, I'm trying to survive. There's my shield. I'm gonna sit down and drink. and eat or whatever. This is a messy run. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not contributing much to this entire thing. Although pulling 2 groups of these slimes, I'm surprised we survived at all. Oh, please tell me we can skip this. At least one skip after all the body pulls I've done. Okay, we should be good. Should be good. Okay. I don't want to use anything on these. I'm just going to fireball them. Okay, our hunter was sneaky. Combustion here right off the bat. We have a bunch of instant casts, so we can utilize that to get a bunch of damage done during our first combustion. Build up our SKB stacks. We have our SKB. I'm going to cancel that cast and I'm going to use my shifting power. Why am I going to do this? Because that way I can actually go into my next combustion with a bunch more casts available, instant casts. I'm struggling to stay on top of the damn boss. Just caster issues, I guess. Why am I hard casting Pyroblast? Lord knows. I don't. Breath coming through. At least I didn't get breath on. Okay, there's our second SKB. Don't have as many instant casts available this time. It's okay. She's in Scorch range. Now we can spam the bejesus out of Scorch. We have some instant casts available as well. I have a combustion available. I'm not going to use the combustion. I'm going to use the combustion on the big caster pull. I have a very strong suspicion that the tank might try to do the double pull at the start of that group. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they don't, because I don't think we can actually handle that. And that's the boss dead. By the way, the mage is very evenly geared. I actually have 2 item levels on them. They're just about the same. I don't think they have as many crafted and embellished items as I do. They have this embellishment. They have this embellishment. Am I inspecting myself? It looks like I'm inspecting myself. Very similar gear, actually. Okay, I'm going to kick this. Curse of Isolation. I can decurse that. What am I doing? Where am I? What year is it? Hello? Okay, I'm going to step away from people and I'm going to shield myself, but that's okay. Dread Infernal, I didn't manage to interrupt that. I'm trying to kill these guys off so that I don't have to, okay, deal with them. I'm gonna kick the curse. Actually, I can dispel the curse, so I probably shouldn't have done that. What am I doing here? What am I doing with my life in general? Holy shit. I'm so confused this run. I'm sorry. And I keep whining about how confused I am. I should probably just play the dang game and stop whining so much. Why am I using my instant cast for that? I do not know. When I have a Sun King's Blessing to proc, I wouldn't be able to tell yet, but at least I got quite a bit of value out of it. We do at least have a disease dispel for the tank, so we can get rid of the diseases from these guys, because these guys are pretty bad. I'm just going to try and freeze them. We should be good. I'm going to start hard casting my power ball at the summoner, I guess. Here's the tank. There he goes. Excuse the blips. That's from my WeakAuras telling me that I should be hard casting my thing. Into shifting power here. Combustion. This is a big group. I'm going to AoE shield here. Dropping my meteor on top of all of that. Do I hard cast here? I don't think I do. I literally just cannot even get to the thing. Like, I cannot even cast it in time. I'm going to freeze everything and move on. Okay, well, I do have my personal lust available. I'm just going to use it right off the bat here at the start, waiting for tank to go in. And there's the lust. Wasted one of my fire blasts. I'm quite good at doing that. One of my specialties. I'm going to stay relatively close to the tank. I don't know why I scorched there. Don't ask me. I'm going to stay relatively close to the tank because what I want to do is I want to use the tank in order to avoid the silence. I am not the one being silenced though, so it doesn't matter. I'm getting the paranoia thing. I used a shield because it lasts for a minute, may as well. Ice flows here. Nightmare Bolt is on someone else. I don't have the AoE shield here for the intermission damage, but hopefully it won't be fatal. Okay, well, I can get into that. I think I got into that on time. We can hard cast the SKB. Pyroblast. There it goes. Speed on the weak hasn't been used on me so far, so I haven't used any defensives or anything. Could have probably used one for... Oh, almost jumped into that. That would have been fatal. Trying to use Ice Flow so I can keep hard casting here. This should be a double. Never mind, it wasn't a double Pyroblast, but the boss is dead. And we 2-started. Yes, I can go into an 18. I don't know if I should, if this is how I'm going to perform. Hey, I got a Poison Root belt. Don't actually need that. And look who forgot the socket. Their gosh darn belt. Me. It was me. I forgot the socket in my belt. The poor priest has to run all the way back. Oh yeah, we're gonna give them that. They carried my dumb ass through this. Need finger caps. Oh, we got the double portals set up. I'm gonna head up in front of the priest, may as well, to trade them the belt, because I don't need it. It's a champion tier belt. I have a 476 crafted belt. I'm just gonna run ahead, try and get to the priest, save the priest some time, and save myself some time from having to wait. They are going to jump down here, so I'm going to put another portal down here in just a second. There you go, bud. I'm gonna give them a portal as well. Thanks, Min. No, thank you. You had to heal my dumb ass through this entire dungeon. Oh boy. Thank you for the rent. And we're going to peace out. That was rough. That was rough. but got my ass handed to me by this other fire mage. They were running the Flamestrike build, so that was quite nice to see. I was running the Ignite build. I wouldn't say this is any sort of measurement of which build is better. I spent about 70% of that dungeon trying to figure out what I'm going to say next instead of trying to actually play the game properly. So hopefully that was a good warm-up for my commentary for the 18 Throne of the Tides. Okay, well, it was the dungeon we started with. Apparently, I'm just supposed to do Throne of the Tides over and over and over again, but we'll see how this goes, or if anyone even wants to join my 18 Throne of the Tides. We'll see how it goes. At any rate, I'll talk to you once I get that running. I'm gonna go buy a socket for my stupid belt that I forgot about. Here we go. We got our group of blasters, basically. Let me show you here in a second when we start it. They're saying that the Bloodlust might be on third boss depending on the DPS because we might be too quick, but I'm saying with my dumb ass it'll probably be second boss. Yeah, the group is pretty decked out. They applied to the 18th, so I'm guessing they need a trinket or something from here. Somebody does, or multiple people do. I'm gonna start applying my defensives, and here comes the double lust. Bloodlust here, or sorry, not Bloodlust. Combustion here. Get my crits out. Okay, well, everything's going to die, so I'm not even going to be able to utilize my Sun King's Blessing. I'm going to try and keep moving with this. Utilize my Sun King's Blessing on this new target. That's relatively healthy. Well, not relatively healthy. It's very healthy. It just got pulled. Kind of neglecting the kicks here. I'm going to CC. Why am I scorching? I don't know, but it crits, so it worked out. I'm going to kick one of these water bolts. I got hit by a different water bolt. No, I got punched in the face by this thing. I keep ignoring those guys and Volcanic because I'm just a melee player, so I've just never had to deal with my Volcanic before, not in any meaningful way at least. Drop that meteor, keep building stacks. This is what we do. Oh, I'm gonna move. I guess I have Combustion available, so I'll use it. Keep using Combustion on cooldown. I'm gonna use a shield because one of these doggos is after me. I'm gonna hard cast a Pyroblast so I can proc my Sun King's Fury. This thing's after me. I'm going to freeze it. Okay, I've completely, miserably, and utterly failed to utilize my Combustion here, but I'd rather stay alive than utilize my Combustion to its absolute maximum. Okay, we kind of stacked up there and multiple people got hit by it. I'm going to hard cast on the Pyroblast right as this thing is about to die, but I think my Pyroblast would have, or my SKB would have run out had I run up the stairs, or upstairs. There's no stairs here, lad. There's an elevator. I am in combat, so we're going to murder this thing and build some SKB stacks while I'm at it. Very nice. Let's see how big the tank decides to pull here. I'm not completely useless, it would seem. I am out DPSing the Frost DK, but then again, Frost DK is, from my understanding, not in the best of spots right now. We have CC going right now. I'm going to CC them all again with my thing. I'm going to hardcast a Pyroblast here. It interrupted my hardcast Pyroblast. I'm just going to pull the next group. Hopefully the tank doesn't hate me for this. Okay, he reacted to it, or they reacted to it. My apologies. Freeze this guy that's chasing after me. I'm going to shifting power here because I'm out of stacks, basically. Am I being targeted by one of these? I am. I'm going to use the defensive, make it easier for the healer to heal my dumbass. Okay, hard casting the SKB. Volcanic interrupted my SKB cast. Doesn't feel great, but we'll make it work. Scorching and switching target to a higher HP one. And there we go. That should be pull. Feel like a dick for pulling that, but also, yeah. Get some scorches in on this thing, maybe one on that thing. As its health decays. This is a big pull. I'm immediately going to use my shield here, my AoE shield. Tank is really struggling to stay alive here. Gonna meteor here, gonna get into the group here. Use my invisibility for the defensive and use a combustion. Hardcast my SKB. Pyroblast if I target something first. Try to avoid those. I just wasted quite a bit of time there just not casting anything. Don't feel great about that, that's for sure. Have my scorches available. I'm gonna kick that. Another SKB is ready. I'm gonna use a shield first and then I'm gonna start moving around. I'm gonna freeze everything here so I can maybe avoid some damage. Okay. That was rough. That was rough. It was a big pull by any measure. Kick that heal. No reason to prolong this fight. Oh, we pulled Big Lady. I hope that wasn't me body pulling like a dum-dum again. That seems to be the theme of the day, is me body pulling shit in dungeons. Hard casting my SKB here. Well, not my SKB. I'm hard casting my Pyroblast to utilize SKB so that I can get a combustion. You get the idea though. Trying to position in such a way that if I am targeted by the Ravager, I don't hit multiple people that are standing next to or behind me. I just wasted, I'm gonna blink through, just wasted one of my Pyroblasts, but that's okay. Combustion here during my hard cast of Pyroblast. This is going to suck a lot. I use my shield here, try to get away from all this mess in case the doggos go after me. I need to CC all the doggos, trying to find something to actually hit because the Big Lady went down. Freezing everything just to get get some space for my team. Freezing everything again because I have the talent for that. I can hard cast, but okay. The healer is asking for mana, but we don't seem to really care about that. We're going to kick that water bolt. We're going to hard cast our SKB, or my pyroblast for the SKB, blah, 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 whatever. CC everything, never mind. It was on cooldown. CC everything again, never mind. Knock everything, just trying to prevent some cast, trying to reduce the damage being taken by the group. I got hit by one of the water bolts, doesn't feel great. Going to freeze everything again, going to slow this all down, try and get some scorches in, I guess. Okay, we're going to put a focus on that Najjar Oracle, and I want to tunnel into the Sentinel. That's what I want to do. I'm going to drop one of these Conjure Refreshments for my friend here in case he wants to start using those. I'm going to waste my hot streak here, but that's not a big deal. Hard casting Combustion as well. This is a rough pull. We're going to interrupt that water bolt in the background that we see. Things slightly moved out of our procced meteor from the thing. Shifting power here into a hard cast Pyroblast. Actually, I'm not going to even hard cast it. It's almost dead, so we're not going to bother doing that. We're going to freeze everything again. Freeze everything again. Scorch here, and we can move on. We opted not to kill that. I'm hoping it's not a big deal. Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? That's probably going to get wasted. Hey, it didn't get wasted. That's amazing. I'm so happy about that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm using my shield here. This person's running right past me. I need to move just a little bit. Okay, she's summoning adds. I'm going to interrupt that. Tank is moving everything over. Should I combustion here? I'm going to combustion here. Screw it. And there's my SKB, of course. I'm going to try and move out of this stuff with ice flows. Healer went down, but he has reincarnation. I'm going to steal that spell or buff from the ad. Our healer went down a second time. This is going to suck. Okay. Oh, we have a DK, right? We can just battle res them. I forgot that we have a DK. I wasted my interrupt there. And hopefully get a proc, a crit, or either I should say a crit here so that I can actually use my combustion. Or, sorry, my SKB is here and ready. I am flustered. I really don't like this boss fight. I really, really, really don't like this boss fight. We're going to do shit about that. I didn't manage to interrupt it. I'm going to hard cast my Pyroblast at it. I'm back to being very flustered. Last episode, I was doing quite well, I think. Spell stealing that for the haste. Ooh, gotta blink through. I can get some scorches in. Try and just get as many scorches in as I can. Okay. Okay. Fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna use any cooldowns here anymore. Boss is almost dead. There's no ad phase coming or anything like that. Just gotta blast the bejesus out of her. I will use SKB though, because otherwise it's just gonna get wasted and I'm building hot streaks for nothing, and that should be her dead. Okay, hopefully these gazers they do go off. I wonder if they do damage or not. Let's rebuff our shaman. Maybe I should have done that during the fight, but it's not like a survivability thing, and their damage isn't going to change much with a 5% intellect buff. Okay, bloodlust in 10, so I gotta hold out for that. Resummoning Danny, hard casting. Why am I hard casting? That's a good question, is why am I hard casting that? And that's the bloodlust. There it is. Hard casting SKB. Pyro. Luckily, with a Resto Shaman, we will have... I'm going to AoE shield this for my Shaman. With a Resto Shaman, we have a very reliable way of, whatchamacallit, knocking those back. You can just Chain Lightning the bejesus out of it, which I think he is doing here. I'm going to Chain Lightning. I'm going to Chain Lightning. That's interesting. I'm going to use Shifting Power to prep myself for my SKB so I can get more casts through by having more instant casts available. Boss is in Scorch range. I guess it doesn't matter that we skipped that one group. I don't think it's a percent issue either. I got knocked back. I'm going to use the shield for the dot, so it doesn't matter that I'm using a defensive afterwards. I'm not going to use my combustion here. I'm just going to spam scorches and instant casts into the boss. I wasted one of my instant casts, but it's not a huge deal. Boss is almost dead. And we have an SKB available that we are not going to do anything with. That's unfortunate, but what can I do? I can't spawn mobs in that we need to kill. We need to run them down this hallway, so we're going to run down this hallway. A bit of extra movement speed here. It's not going to really change much because we got to stop and wait. Ooh, I don't want to risk it for the biscuit. The biscuit ain't worth it. I've died too many times in this hallway. But you, Danny, want a biscuit? Does Danny want a biscuit? Danny went into the nether realm apparently because I used the elevator. It's annoying that the elevator despawns, and it doesn't actually consistently despawn your non-combat pet, which is really annoying as well because sometimes I have to, yeah, see Danny's here now, but when I went up the elevator, it didn't, whatever. Anyway, looking for a kick on the Aqua Mages. Gonna start tunneling into this guy. Pyroblast, or Combustion is what I wanted to say. I'm gonna move this direction. Not ideal. Tank stood in the thingy thing. I'm going to CC, I'm going to interrupt. You're ready for our SKB. We're going to use Shifting Power. Should I proc my SKB on a very low HP target? I probably should, but they're so low that I really don't know if I should. You know what? I talked about hesitating in the previous episode. I'm not going to hesitate. Okay, cool. We're going to freeze this, freeze it again. Maybe get some scorches in. Why don't I get some scorches in? Maybe I should. Looking for this thing. Drop a meteor on their heads. This silence beam thing actually is super annoying. It's inconsistent about showing up because all of this is on a slope, and projected textures on slopes in this game are just not a thing. Like well, not a thing. That's a stupid way to say it. I just body pulled that. I have a thing about body pulling as ranged. I never body pull this much on a non-ranged character. I just wasted part of my SKB by using Combustion in the middle of it. That's unfortunate, but what can I do? Brain not processing, too busy talking about the fact that I am a melee player. Like, that's going to make an excuse for me for being bad at mage and body pulling like a dum-dum. Just need to use my brain. Use the old noggin. Freeze all of these. I have no reason to pad my stats on them. CC them. Hard casting Pyroblast. Once it lands, I would love to get a... There we go. And now we can switch over to the Watcher. Oh no. I wanted to switch over to the Watcher after spreading my Ignite to them because they're higher HP. I'm going to CC all of these guys because our melee can't stand on top of it to interrupt them. What am I doing now? I'm going to... Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That sounds like a good idea. Why am I hard casting Pyroblast? My guy, I am truly lost in the sauce. I'm hard casting Pyroblast again because I have Combustion, so my brain is just like, oh yeah, when you have Combustion, you're supposed to hard cast Pyroblast. Everybody knows that. No, that's not what you do. Are we gonna pull this or no? Did I just body pull this again? I thought we were just ready to pull it already. I'm just gonna CC it, I guess, in the middle of a knock-up. That's unfortunate. I'm just gonna knock him so we prevent some of this damage. We're just gonna freeze everything. Two of them are after me. Maybe we can get an SKB. Yeah, we got an SKB ready for the boss pull. Cool. Mana mana. Bam bam mananam. Copyright strike. Bam bam bam. Hopefully we get use out of this SKB. I would love that. If not, that's okay too. Shaman's almost full on the mana. We can also use... yeah, there we go. I'm gonna use my personal lust here, and there we go. We got the SKB out. I'm going to pre-shield here. We got a Combustion available. I'm going to Combustion in the middle of this. We're going to hard switch to that totem. Okay, I'm switching back to boss because that totem's dying super fast. If I had tried to cast my hard cast Pyroblast into it, I would have wasted the entire cast because I wouldn't have gotten it off. And you know me, I'm just trying to get off. What? Use the AoE shield here, and then I'm going to hard cast my Pyroblast. Use one of my Fire Blasts here to get started on that. The totem is... Okay, maybe I can... what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I tried to get fancy with it and spread ignites and shit, but that just ended up biting me in the ass because I, like, wasted a bunch of casts, or, like, a few seconds, a few globals, which is a lot when you think about it. Can I actually get this cast off? Ah, almost. Okay, well, I'm going to hard cast it now. Can't do much about it. I'm going to recast my shield here. I don't want to use a Combustion on this. First of all, it's fortified, so I really don't care about bosses. And second of all, he's about to die. Like, obviously I'm going to use a Combustion at the start of a boss fight. There's no reason for me not to. But you know what I should do? I should use my freaking alter time more. Oh man, I don't make use of alter time at all. I really don't use my defensives enough either. I'm gonna have a very hard time surviving in higher keys because I don't use my defensives enough. I had a very similar issue on the Mistweaver in the Mistweaver series, but hopefully I learned better on the mage because I'm not the one healing myself on the mage. We're going to Combustion here because we have one of these guys. Into AoE CC because I can't see a couple of casts going through. I'm going to use my shield here because that's, I guess, something I should do. And there's my hard cast Pyroblast coming up. We're going to interrupt this as soon as we can. Somebody else interrupted it. No reason for us to keep looking at it. Should have put my focus on it, but it's dead now, so it doesn't matter. Going to freeze here. That's swell coming through and hurting us, but it's no big deal. Now we got these. Do we pull more? It looks like we're pulling more right away. I'm going to not use my meteor here. You did see a meteor in the background. Oh, man, this thing's kicking my ass. Could use a defensive here. AoE shield. Well, the reason I didn't want to use my meteor or anything here is because I'm trying to avoid killing these little guys. Is it'll give us like 15 stacks. Look at that, 15 stacks. If that had cast swell at us during 15 stacks, we would have been very dead. And now we have 18 stacks. Ain't nothing saving me for this other than the shaman pulling a miracle. The shaman pulled a miracle. I used the shield and I used my invisibility for the defensive. I didn't randomly just use invisibility like a dumbass. And the reason I use it is because I get a defensive from it. I guess we're killing these. I don't know like what exactly we're doing here. I need to put a marker on this tank because I have no clue where the tank is. Okay, I guess he's trying to go this way for some reason. What is you doing? I get it now. CC everything here. Are we going to use our Combustion? Drop our meteor. We want that to crit. I've been talking about Meteor not being good to use, but the comment section has enlightened me a little bit on that front. I'm going to knock everything back because I don't want, like, if these Aqua Blasts go through, we're kind of screwed. See, like, that really, really hurt. And we have a couple of swells, which is not swell. I'm going to summon my mirror images. We have a shaman, or we have a DK that's dead. I see that Aqua Mage in the background. He's CC'd. We're going to interrupt him and try to just kill him. I want him dead. Okay, hard casting my Pyroblast. If we survive this, we're good. Like, this is the big pull that we need to survive, and we're doing so good so far. We managed to survive the worst part, which is the double swell at the start. Now we've got another double swell going, and we should be fine here. I think I got extra attention from the shaman. I'm gonna freeze this thing. I don't want it hitting me. Okay. Why did I walk forward? Jesus. Yeah, I froze it so I never have to think about it again, I guess. We have quite a bit of attention going to whoever it is in the background. I don't know what we're exactly doing here. I just know that I can build some SKB stacks before the boss fight with this, so I'm going to say thank you and come again. Keep those Scorches going, SKB stacks. I'm only using Scorch because I don't want to use my instant cast to build SKB. Okay, well, I guess we can get started now. We have Double Lust available for this boss. Brother in Christ, just go. I'm wasting so much of my resources here. I'm hard casting now, and Jesus, take the wheel. Oh no. There's my hard cast, ready for the hard cast. I'm not the one that's supposed to clear things, so I'm not too worried about it. People are clearing it properly for the first time that I've done the damn instance. People are clearing properly. I'm going to kick that, then go straight back to tunneling the bejesus out of the boss. AOE/CC. Luckily, they're all stacked up. Also, somebody asked why my spell effects are so different when I do this boss. It's because I have a WeakAuras that lowers the graphic settings when I'm doing this boss so that I can very clearly see the ink on the ground. Because when you have high settings, it's kind of hard to see the ink and clear it when you're the one that has to clear. Luckily, so far, I haven't had to clear it. We're looking at a 2-star 18, so we might be able to do a 20 next episode. That'd be cool. Depends if I drop my stuff or not. Although, to be fair, this is a 2-star by no means because of me. Into Combustion, try and move out of this. The group is very good. They're very geared, and they carried my ass, but hey, I wasn't too heavy, I don't think. I really don't like this boss because the travel time for the abilities is extremely high. Did I not double lust? I'm just going to double lust now for the good lust, lad, good lust. I said before we started the fight that I can double lust, but I just didn't double lust. Whatever. We got our 18 clear. Pretty happy with that. It's going to be one myth piece. Ooh, a hero tier offhand. Held an offhand. I'm okay with that. Might actually be a good upgrade for a while until I can recraft the Crackling Codex of the Isles. But I would have to spend resources upgrading it, so I don't know if that's worth it or not. I guess not. I'm assuming the monk doesn't want it. Yeah, they all pieced out. Could have used a Portals of Aldrakon a little bit sooner. I was too busy talking about the offhand. But yeah, so you just watched me get my ass carried through an 18. See you around. I'm gonna leave party. Yeah, I mean, I did 149k overall DPS. I didn't do great. I don't know, these 2 runs, or I guess 3 runs. But in the first run when I wasn't commentating, I didn't do horrible, but it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough in both of the runs that I did commentate. So hopefully you guys did find some way to enjoy that. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have the greatest of times, but I'm glad we did manage to time the 18. We even 2-started, so that's quite nice. So now we're sitting at a lovely 1845 with an 18 being the highest clear. What this means for me is that with my sort of the way I play and record these series, I only do keys outside of recording that I've already cleared, or key levels that I've already cleared. So I'm hoping that by the next time I record, I have everything cleared on an 18 on Fortified, because that'll give me good vault slots. It will also give me a bunch of aspect crests, which I can then use to recraft my gear that's currently mostly crafted with worm crests, with the exception being my 2 rings, which are just crafted with a spark and no crests at all. Hopefully I'm also going to get some hero tiers to replace some of this champion gear that I have, like the chest and gloves and these legs that are veteran tier. My little bluff against the RNG gods did not work out. I have the actual enchant on, but I didn't get legs, so that's, you know, that sucks, I guess. But yeah, we're hoping for hero tier gear, specifically pants, and we're hoping for a bunch of aspect crests and all 18s by the next time I record, which is Friday. This was recorded on a Wednesday right after the reset because I play on EU. So the reset is on Wednesday. We're almost 469 item level. That'll be nice to get to, because then we got the funny number, the meme number. Hey, at least I did some interrupts that run. Bunch of water bolts, a couple of aqua blasts, even a couple of healing waves. Pretty nice. And 2 ink blasts, so that's on the last boss, just to group up the ads. That's nice. Oh, I guess I should take a look at how my uptime on the combustion was 33%. I guess I'm just really stuck at 33% until I spend more time practicing and improving it. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to get another 10 out of. I think that would have to be from the tank just chaining the pulls so I can keep building those stacks so I waste 0 of them, like the SKB stacks and the whatchamacallit, Sun King's Fury and all of that, as well as hot streaks. I munch a lot of hot streaks. That's what I've noticed is whenever I do get my whatchamacallit, Sun King's Blessing to 8 stacks, or rather proc this or get the Sun King's Fury, because 8 stacks of Sun King's Blessing doesn't exist. You get the 7 stacks, and then at 8 stacks, you, instead of getting the 8th stack, you get Sun King's Fury, which is the buff that you consume by card casting a Pyroblast or a Flamestrike, I guess. And then you get your Combustion. Anyway, when I have that buff, using any hot streaks is a waste. What I've been doing is just spending a bunch of hot streaks while I have that buff. Pretty much every single time I've gotten it, I've sent a hot streak into it. And that's a pretty big waste. I guess another thing I can look at is how often do I actually get Sun King's Fury? No, Fury of the Sun King, whatever. So I got it 41 times it was applied to me, and hot streak was applied 341 times. So if 41 hot streaks, that means I wasted 5 Furies of the Sun King. That means I've wasted 5 combustions. That is criminal. That is criminal. And that's the best case scenario in case I used only 1 hot streak into the Fury of the Sun King instead of building another stack of SKB later on. Not to mention that when I do build and use hot streaks into an SKF or Fury of the Sun King, when I waste those hot streaks, I'm not just wasting the hot streak, I'm also wasting these instant casts building those hot streaks. So I guess the next point of improvement for me is to actually focus on not wasting these hot streaks when I do have Sun King's Blessing ready, or Fury of the Sun King, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm just going to call it SKB. So when I have SKB ready to hard cast, I should not use a hot streak into it. Or basically what I need to do is just keep way better track of these down here, because these are my stacks of Sun King's Blessing. When I get to this point, I need to chill, just hold on just a little bit, see what I need to do so that I don't get a hot streak. And then after I cast the final hot streak, or rather the final Pyroblast, to proc my Sun King's Blessing, or to get the 8th stack of the Sun King's Blessing. Anyway, this was a very long way to say that I just need to stop wasting hot streaks when I have Sun King's Blessing ready. That's the next point of improvement for me. That's what's going to actually make the difference between having 33% uptime on Combustion and probably something like 38%, maybe even 40%. To push it any further than that, what I'm probably going to have to do is just get a lot better at double pyroblasting to get more hot streaks out and whatnot. I have noticed that whenever there is a significant travel time on my pyroblast, I will just stand there in Combustion and do nothing, which is really, really, really bad. What I should be doing is just start my cast for fireball and just let that rip along with the pyroblast, because anytime you spend not casting while you're in Combustion is very, very, very bad. So if ever you have, like, sure, while your global's going and you're not casting, you can't be casting, but let's say you have 1 stack ready, your global's over and you're sitting there waiting for your pyroblast to reach the target. For instance, WeakAuras in the raid is a really good example of that. It takes forever for your pyroblast to reach the boss. If you're sitting there and waiting instead of casting a fireball, you're wasting time within Combustion. So let's imagine I have 1 stack of my thing and I'm waiting for my pyroblast. My pyroblast is traveling. It's like over here. It's slowly going. It's very slow. It's slow motion pyroblast. Instead of waiting for it to hit so I can cast the next pyroblast and use my hot streak, what I should be doing is while it's traveling, I should be using a fireball, and then as soon as my global from the fireball is done, I cast my pyroblast again. Simple as that, really. That's all it is. But that is a point of improvement that I'm not even going to bother with just yet. It feels a lot more intense than just looking and making sure that I don't munch any hot streaks while I'm building the 8 stacks for the SKB. Anyway, that was a very long-winded sort of recap of what I'm trying to do to improve as Fire Mage. I'm still trying to just increase my Combustion uptime, because basically any time outside of Combustion is me just doing meh damage. Anyway, that's, I think, enough rambling. You didn't come here for that. You came here for me stuttering my way through dungeons, right? That's what you wanted to see. And I think you saw quite a bit of that, especially in the DHT run. Holy crap, I was flustered in the DHT run. But that's pretty much the end of the episode. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Let me know what you liked about it in a comment. I would love to know, because I feel like this was nothing but a cluster. If you had fun, make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you can become a channel member. Channel members have guaranteed replies to their comments, and they get nice little shout outs like Jason got today. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Oh man, this class is really hard, and commentating is not making it any easier.